All right, my friends, I'm so excited to introduce you to this camping mat. This camping mat is like no other camping mat. There are two things I think you absolutely need to know before you invest this kind of money into this mat. So watch this whole video. I'm gonna go over features of this mat. I'm gonna show you the complete setup and takedown of the mat. And then I'm gonna talk about a couple of things right there in the middle that I think you really need to know about this mat. So first thing I want to show you is the bag. The bag is cool because it's expandable. If you don't get the mat completely tightly rolled up the way it is right now, no problem. The bag can expand. So it's this cool mechanism. I'm going to come closer to show you the bag. You have this clip right here that you just unclip. There's two pieces of plastic in the bag and you just unroll those. So as you see, there's some firm plastic in the ends that give it some sturdiness, and then the bag opens up. So if the roll is bigger, the bag can actually extend by that much. So it's a really cool bag system that either can be bigger or smaller, and you don't have to worry about getting your mat rolled up insanely tight all the time. Sometimes you're packing up in the rain or doing crazy things, and it's important that you can just get this thing packed up quick and put away and not fight the small bag that so many pieces of camping equipment come with. Two things that this mat comes with other than the bag. The first is a repair kit. Obviously, this is crucial. So some of the mat material comes and some of the glue and some instructions on how to repair it. Do not lose this and take it with you. The last thing you want to do is on the first night of a 4-day camping trip is to get a hole in your mat and not be able to repair it. So really crucial piece here. I'm going to throw that to the side. Second thing is this really cool pump. This alone, I think, is one of the coolest things about this mat. First off, it's a fabric pump. It's small, it's lightweight. And you're thinking, how does a fabric pump work? Well, the fabric is actually airtight. We have this nozzle right here that I'm going to show you in just a minute, but it clips right into the mat. So you don't even have to worry about holding the nozzle in there. I know that's been a nightmare of mine with electric pumps and all that sort of stuff. How this works is what you do is when you pump, you cover this hole with your hand. That makes an airtight seal around this thing, and it pumps air. Now, this is really cool because it's packable, it's light, it goes right in the bag with the pump. You don't have to have electricity. I think this system's amazing. I'm going to show you exactly how it works in just one moment. All right, let's get this mat out of the bag because it's the star of the show. It's incredible. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to throw the bag aside, and I want you to just look how small this thing rolls up for such a good sized mat. Me and my wife sleep on this mat every time we go camping together. It's incredibly sturdy, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. So I'm gonna open it up here like this. You can see how flat, deflated it is. It's pretty lightweight too. It's not heavy plastic like other mats. And I'm going to take you off the tripod, show you a couple of things about this. The first thing I want you to know about this mat before you buy it is that you're not going to fight it when you're inflating it and deflating it. It has two nozzles. It has a deflate nozzle, has an inflate nozzle. Whew, let me catch my breath. It's hot out here. The inflate nozzle, when you open it up, already the structure of the mat is going to start to let air in. So if you just unpacked this and opened it up in your tent and then went and cooked dinner, it would do half the work for you just by the structure of the mat. And there's this really cool little rubber nozzle in there that will not allow any air to go out. It will only allow air in. So you could take a break from pumping this thing up, you could do whatever you want, and you wouldn't lose any of your progress that you've made in pumping this thing up. So that's the first thing I really want you to know. All right, I'm gonna show you the pump mechanism. So like I said, This guy is a nice seal. It just literally, listen to this. It clicks right into place, right onto the mattress. So you don't have to worry about it. You're not tending it. You're not trying to hold it in place while you pump it. It's nice and secure on the mat. It's not going anywhere, and it's airtight. Now I lay the pump on the ground and I put my hand over the hole and I just give it some pumps. Now this mat takes me about 4 to 5 minutes to pump up, depending on how ambitious I am. So I'm gonna pump it up now. I'm gonna fast forward the video. I'm also gonna set a timer so I can show you exactly how long it takes me to pump it up. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm gonna go to my stopwatch, reset it, and start it. Oh, let me turn the screen around so I can see myself. And I'm gonna start this timer right now. And done. Okay. Whew. I think that's record time. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. I don't know if you can see that or not, but call the world records. I mean, you could, when you're camping, you could crack or brew, turn on Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, and you'd be done and still have 4 minutes of song left. That's how quick and easy this thing is to blow up. I love this mattress. So now I'm gonna take it back off the tripod and show you a couple things about the mattress that I think you really should know when it's blown up, and then we're gonna take it down together. All right, so now that I've got this thing completely pumped up, I wanna show you some features of it. Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. It's firm, but it's soft. It's absolutely amazing. All right, a couple features of it. Just the seams here, really well done. Seem very strong. Again, we've had this for a couple of years. We've put it up and taken it down lots of time. I see zero wear on the actual seams. It's pretty low profile. Like if you look at it compared to my hand, it's just about the length of my fingers. I actually really like that. It seems like air mattresses that have a higher profile move around a lot more, especially if you're sleeping on them with somebody else. It really moves around. So this is it pumped up. It's really sturdy, nice and firm, but also soft, so it will take in my hand. I just can't talk about it enough. I can't talk about how comfortable it is because I have so many years of experience on other pads, and this one is incredible. Now, let's deflate the pad together. This is very simple, very similar to any other air mattress that you've ever done. We just take a look at the deflate tab here, open that up, and the cool thing is, just like with the inlet, there's a rubber mat thing here that won't let any air go back in. So you don't have to worry about opening this up. It's not gonna let any air go back in. You could take a rest or do whatever you need. I'm gonna put you back on the tripod here so that you can see how simple it is to get it put together, get it put back together, and tightly rolled back up. So you fold it in half. You can hear that's already starting to let a lot of the air out. I like to sit on it, lay on it, roll on it, do all kinds of things to start getting a lot of the air out. If you just lay on it like this and roll, that's gonna push a lot of the air out. No problemo. Then I come to the opposite end of where my outlet is. And this is the most important part of getting it really tight, is these first few rolls. Wish you could see this closer, but these first few rolls, make sure they're really tight. And I use my knee to reposition my hands, and I'm just pulling and pushing to get this thing as tight as possible. Sometimes I gotta take this top layer and move it over a little bit, and I'm pushing to make it as tight as I possibly can. I wanna keep these sides as even as possible over here on this side as I roll. It has a tendency to wanna open up, and then your roll will be too big to go in the bag. So that's what you wanna remember. Sometimes you can wipe it off as you go along. Keep the dirt and the leaves out of it. Make sure there's nothing in there that's going to damage it. You can see I use my body weight and my hands on the ends to get a really nice tight roll. Almost there. This last little bit. As the last little bit leaves, I'm going to close that deflate window. Pull the bag over here. Now this is a trick. I put the bag over the top of it. Rather than trying to lift the mat and it unraveling, I put the bag over top of it and just twist it like that. Make sure I get my pump. Make sure I get my glue. Get those into the bag. Then I'm gonna hold these plastic pieces in the bag, roll them up nice and tight to the mat, bring in my strap, and boom, done. Easy peasy, comfortable camping, sleeping situation. Awesome.